a freshman also, and I go to Rampart. I have a cat, and I have 3 guinea pigs, and I really like to dance. I want to dance really too. And I love to sing also.
Hi, my name is Sophia. I'm 15 years old. I go to Rampart High School, and I'm a dancer, and I have a brother.
Oh, no, you go.
My name is Elena. I'm a sophomore. I live in Aurora. I like photography. I like drawing. I have a dog. And it's very cute. I make that fish with my morning. And I have 2 older brothers.
My name is Kia. I'm a senior at Palmer High School. I'm 17 years old. I like to dance and perform, and I want to go to a historically black college, and I want to major in journalism.
My name is Mia, and I go to Palmer High School, and I'm a freshman, and I want to study.
Hi, my name is Amaya. I'm 15 next month. And I go to Palmer. I like playing with my dog. Making food.
I'm Lauren. I'm 14. I go to Concord High School. I'm a freshman. I have 3 other sisters, and I'm the youngest, and I like to sing.
Yeah, because if you ladies can kind of shift the circle around. I know there's yes, but let's kind of shift around.
Well, my name is Dominique. I'm a senior at Doherty High School. I like music. I'm here with my mom. I have 2 dogs. I'll play. So I'm Danielle. I'm Dominique's mother. Very supportive in children's education. I've got a 13-year-old son that will be on this journey soon. And I actually have 2 degrees. I have my bachelor's degree now since last time we met. So yeah, it's me.
All right. Okay, so let's lock arms. And this is one of the first like team building, relationship building, you know, kind of icebreakers that I wanted to do. And it's important that we as women and you all as young women, that we keep our arms locked. We're locked together because we're better together, right? So there's nothing that we can't conquer together. And the beginning of that is getting to know each other, right? Okay. So thank you all for that. Thank you. So just so you all know, I am a talker. However, I don't want to do all the talking, so I want the class to kind of be, you know, interactive. So you all can feel free to interject whenever you see fit. Hello. So before you sit, just introduce yourself and just tell us a few things about who you are.
Alright, so hi, I'm Echo. I'm a freshman at Palmer High School. And I don't know, I guess I love music. So we'll do it that way.
So, who all signed up for this class just because of the title alone? Be honest. Yeah, yeah. That's a pretty good title, huh? Yeah. So, in saying that, like I take that literally. Every morning when I wake up and get in a mirror, I say, I'm making a commitment today to be fabulous on purpose because I can. And I have a program, and that's our slogan. My program is a program that we mentor young ladies as well as young men, and it's a pageantry program. So we deal with things like self-esteem. We do team building, team building things. We do community service. We do fundraisers. We do all types of things. But the main thing we focus on is making that commitment to being fabulous. And when I say that, I'm saying it has a lot to do with how you speak, how you can set the tone when you walk in a room. Whether it's 100 people, whether it's 1,000 people, all of that is huge. It's a big, big deal. Because how many of you guys know that first impressions are everything? Everything. If you come in class or anywhere and you come in and you're just a sourpuss, the next time you enter that place, that familiar face may see you. I don't like white glasses. I don't like white. I like, yeah. So, anybody want to come? How do you feel? Yeah. I'll just call
Well,
it.
it's not really fair, considering that men and women are both human beings and women are just as able to do what men can.
Absolutely.
We have like the same amount of potential as men.
Right. I believe that too. Yes, ma'am.
I would consider myself a feminist, and I think it's even more frustrating the lack of someone acknowledging that there's that difference between women and men is really frustrating.
Okay. Anyone else? So let me tell you how some of this difference may start amongst us. So, for example, all you ladies are in high school, middle school, junior high school, whatever it may be. And we also need to be mindful of the company that we keep. That's very important because you may be going in one direction and your peers may be going in a total different direction, but still you want to be friends, which is okay, but there needs to be a balance. Sometimes you have to separate yourself. If I'm in the group that's always turned up when we're supposed to be turned down, then I may need to go find another group of friends to hang out with. Because like I can't, stop reiterating on the impression that you make on people. And just a little bit about myself, I used to be a absolute loud mouth. I mean, it was ridiculous. But as I got older and I began to get excluded from certain things because of how I was carrying myself. There's a difference between being confident and cocky, right? To me, that's all a part of making that commitment to be fabulous on purpose. Being fabulous on purpose is carrying yourself like a young lady. Be mindful of the words that are coming out of your mouth. Because I used to just shoot from the hip and say anything. Like, I really didn't have any filters at all. But I got tired of being that lonely person. Why didn't they pick me? Am I not good enough? I had to have somebody pull me to the side like, hey, look, what you're saying and doing is two total different things. So everything has to line up to make it work together. Y'all following me? Yeah. Anybody want to interject? About, tell me, what's your group of friends like?
I am a social butterfly. I have group friends in every group, and I just float around. I guess.
So, whether you were in a turned up group, you still would be able to have that balance to where you would know when to separate yourself, right? Okay. What about you?
I would say the same as her, but for like friends overall, but my immediate friends are really, they all are pretty focused and that kind of stuff.
And that's good, because that was going to be one of my next things. Like she said, all of her friends are pretty focused. Like, it's so important for us to be focused at this day and time, because there's so many things going on in this world, whether it's in the corporate world, in schools, all types of things are going on. And so we can easily be distracted from what we're really supposed to be doing. You can get distracted just like that. And I've seen it happen. I have 5 kids of my own. So, I mean, you know, I've seen how they were in a wrong group of people. But when they figured out the things that they wanted to do, they began to align themselves with the right people so that they can meet their goals. How many in here has a college goal? Does everybody have a college goal? Okay, so we all know that starts like right now, here, like as soon as you enter into high school, right? So you should already have that plan. This is what I want to do. This is what it's going to take for me to get here. And by any means necessary, you need to make sure that you stick to that plan so that you can meet that college goal, right? That's a part of being committed to being fabulous on purpose. All these things kind of work together. So another thing is having 3 things: healthy communication, healthy relationships, and having those goals. Relationships are very important, and how we communicate with each other is very important. And I think if I just walked in here and just started screaming and yelling at all of y'all probably would have got up and left the class, right? Like, this chick is crazy. She coming in here yelling at us. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first impression. But I make it a point to, when I walk in a room, sometimes people are like, who is she? Like, I want to know who that is. I want to know more about her and what she does. And just to go there, let me just kind of tell you a little story here. As you all can see my sash, I represent as Mrs. El Paso County. It's a pageant system for the married woman. So in competing in that pageant, this is my 4th year of holding the title. So this year, my goal, April 16th, 2016, I will be Mrs. Colorado. I will be, because I'm making that commitment to be fabulous on purpose in everything that I do. So let me just tell you this. Before I figured out, even being the adult I am now, before I figured out what it really was to be committed to being fabulous on purpose, I had to go through some things. So going up to Denver to compete every year with all these beautiful, beautiful women, and me being cocky, like, oh, it's a done deal. I got this. I'm pretty, you know, I know how to dress and I can do this and this and this. I went up there, guess what? I didn't place at all. stepped back that first year and I was like, wow, I thought I had this. I really thought I had this. But I didn't. And just to speak to the African American girls briefly, it's even harder for us only because statistically there are more Caucasians competing in this particular system. So I kind of felt like I didn't really have a chance. However, that's not true. I do have a chance because we're all good enough to compete at that level or compete on a stage no matter what color you are. It's about what you can bring to the table. What can you bring to the table? If we were to choose you, could you represent us at Mrs. America? So what happened after the first year, I was crushed. So now I'm dealing with some self-esteem issues. I'm like, oh, maybe I need to change my hair. Maybe I need to wear more makeup. Maybe I need to wear this color dress. Matter of fact, let me see. The winner had on a red dress. So next year I'm gonna wear a red dress. Doing all these different things, but still not placing. But outside of that is what you do in your community and the level of respect that people have for you. Not that people didn't respect me, I just wasn't really visible out in the community. I was in my Regina box because one, being fearful. I thought I was real confident, but when I went and had that experience, I had to the woman in me just totally evolve. And you know, that can happen when y'all for example, a new girl walks in class. How does that make you feel sometimes when a new girl walks in class?
I just go up to her and talk to her.
You do? Okay. That's a good thing. So you're that person that will reach out to him to try to get to know him, right? Some people may not be like that. They may be like, who she thinks she is? Look at her hair. Look at her shoes. Why is she here? We don't want her in our class. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do. That's how we do each other. So then, certain things like this make us evolve into another person. You like your little hair bubbles, you said? Yeah. So, someone may walk in your class, a new girl may come in, she may not have bubbles or the little, hairpins, hair just beautiful, like yours, but it's, it's real nice. Then you may be like, oh, yeah, take these things out and, let me do what she's doing. That won't happen?
Never get rid of them.
You'll never get rid of them?
I have so many.
That's good. But sometimes, guys, that's not always a bad thing. Because, okay, I'll tell you who I look up to. I look up to Michelle Obama. And everyone's always like, oh, you look like Michelle. And I'm like, oh, that's my sister from another mother. I love her. She's gorgeous. I don't care what color she is. How she carries herself, right? Everybody, we all know who Michelle Obama is and how she carries herself. And when she's in a room, how the tone is kind of oh, Michelle. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm oh. And matter of fact, this is what I said. This year, when I compete, there was a dress she had on. I said, I'm going to find that dress. Even though I don't have long money like that, so I would be the one to have to get a knockoff, which is still fine, but I looked to her enough to say, you know what? I can look as good as she does in that dress. Yeah. So it's important in your circle of friends to have that person that you can kind of look to, that can talk you through some things, that can help you through some things. You have a comment? Oh, I thought you was doing like this. I thought you was raising your hand. So, yeah, guys are quiet? Y'all are so tired. Yeah. Yeah, it has been a long day, right? Right? But all these different classes, all the pieces make sense. And guess what? You gain more knowledge than you had before you came. So, wrapping that up about my pageant, it's like sometimes you can be in the big sea where there's several fish, but you just feel like the little goldfish. And you're just kind of in there. You know what I'm talking about? And you're just kind of in here, and it's like, where am I going? I don't even know where I'm going. Matter of fact, who am I? I don't even know who I am. But when you realize who you are, nobody knows you better than you do. Nobody knows your capabilities, things you are capable of better than you. We all have things we can bring to the table, but let's just make sure what we're bringing to the table will be something that each of us can use. Because my question to the state director of the pageant, I don't know, I said, what is it? What is it? Why am I not placing? Why am I not making the cut? But this year, I'm not gonna place, I'm gonna win. And that's the attitude you have to take at everything you do, whether you win or lose. Because I tell people all the time, even when I lose, I'm winning. Because number one, I didn't give up. I continue to compete. But each year, there were things that I needed to add, build on to reach the goal that I want to reach this year. But guess what she said to me? And this is important for everybody. That is a panel of judges you sit in front of. She said, Regina. Okay. My baby, Tiana. She said she had my place. They were downstairs at my table. However, this is what she said. This is very, very important. That I was not telling them the why. Why? So, this can go for you all too. Whether you applying for a college or applying for a job. Why? Why you? Why should we pick you? Why should we pick you for this position? Why should we pick you to represent Colorado at Mrs. America? Why? So we all need to figure out, or we need to know the why we're doing what we're doing. Why am I here? What am I doing? What is my purpose? When you know those three things, that's when you can commit to be fabulous on purpose. Did you walk in like, all right, I got this. Whether it can be something so small as taking a test in class. You know without a shadow of a doubt, I got this, I studied, I'm prepared, I'm gonna pass this test. You get it back, you aced it. And that's a huge part of being focused as well too. So, how many in here has boyfriend? How many people in here has boyfriend? You don't even have a boyfriend? All right, girl. No. Who? Hands raised? Hi. Bam. Girl punishment. Your hands down. Keep it down. Okay, just you? Really? We only have one girl in here that has a boyfriend? Oh, okay, good. So that means you're all focused and she's not. No, just kidding. Oh, y'all are rough. Y'all not laughing or nothing. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm just put a question out there to kind of get you built. And I actually Julie said, yeah, we have two. Okay. Is he a distraction?
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
Yeah.
Sometimes? So when he is a distraction, what do you do? begun? Okay, okay. What about you?
My boyfriend actually lives in Hawaii, so it could be a distraction when I'm like studying, and because the time difference, he's like texting me, I should be sleeping.
Okay. Okay, so not too much of a distraction. Okay, so that's good. Y'all that don't have boyfriends, y'all don't need one. Y'all don't need one until y'all complete high school. But if you have one, it's good. Not a bad thing at all. I had one. I really did in high school. But we're just, again, talking about being fabulous on purpose, making that commitment to not have any distractions. None. So, since y'all ain't talking, I'll make y'all talk again. So, I need to hear your definition of what you feel like it is to be fabulous on purpose. So, not everybody jump up at once. But somebody rise and just say it. Okay, wait, let me just say this. Okay, so this was one of my biggest problems too. Even though I know half y'all ain't shy, y'all probably be the ones at school turned up, like this whole classroom. In the hallway, like, hey! Yeah, so, y'all need to talk. Y'all need to talk, but, like, it took a minute for me to come out of my shell. My baby may beg to differ, but I was very shy, a very shy girl. But when I began to know why am I here, what do I bring to the table, and where I'm going, I blossomed into this person that are doing things right now on a level that's still surreal to me. Like, I never thought I would be representing El Paso County as Mrs. El Paso County, representing all the married women in El Paso. Never in a million years. I never thought that I would have my own program to where I'm mentoring girls and helping them to be fabulous as well on purpose. And you know what? These ladies over here, they may have a crown, but guess what? We all queens. We don't need a crown to know that we're a queen. And that's part of knowing who we are. So I need for one at a time someone to just get up. We're gonna start with this mama right here. She's gonna tell us.
My definition of being fabulous on purpose is like basically doing the best you can at what you love and not letting people get to you and dressing up in your own style.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah. That's good. You know what? That's good. I'm glad she said that. But I'm not gonna forget about you, y'all. Don't just give y'all time to be thinking about it in between. But when she said being who you are, like, yeah, like fashion. So this past year, last year at the Miss Colorado pageant, very first time that they awarded someone with the BU award. Guess who got the BU award? Me. I was like, that's how I was, like, oh my God, I can't believe that I'm getting this award. I'm like, why? Why me? Sometimes you shouldn't ask why. Just be graceful enough to accept it with a smile and say, thank you, I'm honored that you would award me with this. But I know why I got the BU award. So I didn't even have to ask. Because I don't care if it's 1,000 women in the room. I am going to be me. I'm going to be who I am. If I want to rock the stilettos that day and the skinny jeans, that's what I'm going to do. If I want to come in a room where everybody has on sweatpants and hoodies and I want to come like this because I want to be fabulous, that's how I'm going to come. However, I get a lot of feedback sometimes on that, like, what she thinks she did. She just gonna bring up these heels on it. I'm like, really, girl? Really? You know, because sometimes I think people see things in you that they want within themselves. So instead of embracing that within you, they throw a little hate at you. Y'all feel me? Yeah. Y'all, who experienced that? Everybody in here? Yes. All hands should be raised. We all experience that. Is that okay? Absolutely not. But don't allow that to cause you to be distracted to where you lose focus from being who you really are. Who's getting up? Who's getting up next?
Oh, sorry. I would say the definition would be accepting challenges and not giving up and presenting yourself to the best behavior you can.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. And I'm glad she said that. Accepting challenges. So one important thing that we should all do is take the limits off. Take them off. We limit ourselves in what we can do. If we just wear ourselves down. Oh, I can't do that. I can't go in there with her. I can't compete against her. I can't pass this test. I'm not a test taker. You know what I'm saying? Like, take the limits off completely. That's negative self-talk, right? That's not fabulous at all. Negative self-talk will destroy you quicker than anything. Because if you don't believe in you, who else is going to believe in you? Right? Okay, I think it was you.
Two lessons my mom taught me up to those is be confident in yourself and love yourself. And that took me years to figure out. But now I walk into a room like, oh, well, I'm no different from, even though you're gorgeous with your beautiful crown, I am no different from you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you for that. That's what I said. We don't need a crown to know that we're a queen. However, I love crowns. Who in here don't want a crown? You know? Right, it's just adding some bling to your jewelry. That's it. That's all it is. So, over here, did you have something?
Oh yeah, well, just a question. Like, what are we saying?
Oh, what's your definition of being committed to be fabulous on purpose? What's your definition of it? What would you say? What does that look like to you?
Looks like having self-confidence and not allowing other people to tear you down by their opinions, because it's just their opinion of you and it's not going to change anything about you anyway. So
Alright, okay, yeah. Thank you for that. So, here I go again with another example, giving somebody else time to think of something to say. So, this is what happens too. Sometimes people or friends try to play us against each other, right? Give you an example. My friend, there's probably around about 5 African American women that compete in the Miss Colorado pageant, right? So now, guess what? Why is it now that just the African American women are my competition? How ridiculous is that? There's 50 other women that I'm competing against. I'm not competing against just my African American sister. You know what I'm saying? We're all competing. So we have to be careful of playing each other against each other, right? Like best friends. Who's in the clique? Who's in the clique? Are you in the clique? Really? Are you being serious? What does your clique look like? Is your clique fabulous? No? It's not? Yeah, what does it look like? Yeah, now we want to hear. Y'all want to hear? Okay, tell us about your clique. What does your clique look like? They're all girls? What types of girls? Okay. That's it? Yeah. Okay, so what do you all do? Like, hang out? No? So, why would you say that you you all are a fabulous group of girls.
In a way, we are together. We don't really care what we do.
Okay, okay. Because,
Don't do the boys, so I'm perfectly fine with it.
okay, good, mom, perfectly fine that you don't do
They're good kids.
at all.
And then focus kids.
Okay, good. So you that is a
She's
fabulous
from the
group.
inside.
Okay.
I see the outside.
Okay. She introvert, you extrovert?
Oh, she's just kind of one of those that's just, she's the killer. You know, one, the problem solver, the fixer, everybody comes to. So she's just that neutral ground,
Okay.
which is perfectly okay.
So that's been fabulous if you're like kind of like the mentor of the group. However, what I've learned was, hey, don't become a trash can for people to just dump their junk on you, right? Because that can be a distraction, a total distraction. Because now you're forgetting about who you are, what you're bringing to the table, and why am I here? You're forgetting all that stuff because now you're trying to fix your friend's stuff because you've opened yourself up like that. I'm not saying don't do it. However, there needs to be a balance. Part of being fabulous, guess what? I'm going to be fabulous on purpose. And when I don't have time, I don't have time. Not that I'm any better, but because I'm focused and I have a goal that I'm trying to meet. I'm still trying to meet goals. Yeah, I have a college degree. I have a bachelor's in management, but there are different things that I want to do. I'm an entrepreneur. I have a business. Guess what? I'm committed to being fabulous on purpose because now my goal is to build a multi-million-dollar business. People look at, oh, that's fabulous is big business. And don't get me wrong, it's not all about that. It's not all about the money and things like that. Yes, money's good, you gotta pay bills. You know, y'all ain't got no bills yet. But let me tell y'all, when y'all got a car note, insurance, y'all got mortgage, y'all gotta buy groceries, y'all gotta feed them babies, that's when stuff gets real, right? So y'all need to be fabulous right now where y'all at as young women. And when y'all begin to step into your adult life and begin to have all these different things that I just named, being focused and keeping your goals set where you are right now, it'll be easier for you when you get to that place. Who's going?
My definition of being fabulous on purpose would probably be having like deep security within yourself and just having like a lot of self-confidence and not looking for the validation of men. Because at the end of the day, you really have to love yourself. Because nobody else will love you. And I would just say like being yourself, loving yourself, because you just gotta do that.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for that. You do. Because y'all know what? I love me some me. I promise you, if my husband didn't tell me that he loved me, I would be fine. But you know what? He tell me that, oh my gosh, I hear it in my sleep. But I love me some me. I'm not going to hurt me. I'm not going to do anything to cause harm to me. And I'm not going to allow anybody to change me into someone that I'm not. Like you said, that confidence. I just really want to stress the fact that be confident. Do not be cocky. Because that's when you lose friends. Me going in saying, I got this. That's not being cocky. That's my confidence boosting. Because I'm not being nasty to anybody. Like, girl, you better take a seat because I got this. That's cocky. Confidence, you know what? I'm walking in, I'm on stage. This is my year. This is my year to be crowned Mrs. Colorado. I'm poised, I'm graceful, I have humbled myself, and now I'm fabulous. So it's time for me to just get this crown and see my family like, yay! That's all I'm waiting for. So that's an important thing too. Whatever you do, be humble. That's so important to be humble. Because like I said, I sit at the table with people like that. I'm like, is this really happening? Am I really sitting at this table? I'm talking about going to little old me, little old Regina. I'm going to functions where I'm invited to sit at a $10,000 sponsor table. What? I don't have $10,000. But because of how I carry myself and how I speak, it's very important to be able to articulate things. Very, very important. You know, we all can go, whatever y'all want to call it, hood sometimes, or go there, but you have to know how to balance it. You have to know how to turn it on and turn it off. I'm with groups of people where I can be turned up, then I can go over to the other side. I'm like, yes, good morning, how are you? You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to do that. Everybody can't do that. It took years for me to be able to do that. When I started, so number one, when I set the goal and when I saw the big picture, when you set a goal, whether it's a college goal or a business goal, just let me talk about a business goal real quick. Who in here wants to be an entrepreneur? Who wants to work for themselves and not clock in for nobody else? What? All hands should be raised. I can do this. I can run my own business, whatever it is you want to do. Because guess what? When you're working for somebody, you're making them rich, you're making money for them. Not seeing it's anything wrong. However, that goes back to me saying, take the limits off. Don't limit yourself. You work at McDonald's, you love McDonald's, you want to be at McDonald's, then own a McDonald's. Own it. You know what I'm saying? You started at McDonald's in high school. When you graduate from college, come back, get you a franchise. Now you run a McDonald's since you love McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? That's being fabulous. That is, now that is being fabulous. I even tell my kids, whatever you do, let me tell you this, while I'm giving somebody else a chance to think of something. Boys, knuckleheads. I have 3. They're all grown. I have 2 girls. My main knucklehead that was really causing me some problems. Very, very smart. But he was so distracted. Never would have thought. He works in Denver for NBC News, NBC TV station. Never would have. I'll be looking at this boy now like, is this my child right here? What? But he had to go through some things to get where he is. He's one of the editors. He does videos. He's a video producer. All these great things going on. Just because I made a commitment to be fabulous. I had to for heaven's sakes. I got 5 kids, 4 grandkids. I had to make a commitment to be fabulous. I had to be that one to say, look, I'm getting ready to set the tone, set the standard, change the whole game plan for my family. You know what I'm saying? Okay, who's next? Who's next? What's your definition of it?
I think that you should just be yourself and don't let anyone stop you from being you.
Thank you for that. And internet, that's the most important thing that everybody keeps saying. So, let's hear from you.
I would think that the definition is being able to balance all the different aspects of your life and taking pride.
What was the last part?
Taking pride in everything that you do.
Right. That's part of being fabulous. Is this all making sense? Yeah, okay. Let's hear from you. Yeah.
Okay, I think that definition would be like being great in like all that you try to do and being great and being confident in yourself, and then not letting other people put limits on you, and try not to give into distractions also.
Right. Thank you. You've been quiet the whole time. Let's hear from you.
I think the definition is overcoming your fears of being judged by others and accepting who you are.
Absolutely. Thank you. However, y'all do know we're gonna be judged, right? Every single day. But the way you may feel about me, that's your issue, not mine. Because I know who I am. I know what I can bring to the table, and I know where I want to go. Right? So it doesn't matter how you feel about me. Maybe you feel like my heel's too high. So what? I like high heel shoes. I don't want to wear flats today. You know what I'm saying? So,
That's your opinion, Michael.
I think the definition is being able to call yourself original and owning up to it. And even though you can share similarities with everybody else, you still have your own originality and those similarities. And still being able to call yourself your own person without having to worry about anything else.
oh my goodness. Yes. All right. Did y'all hear that? Originality. Hey, y'all can't copyright me. I'm the original. You know what I'm saying? That's not being cocky, being confident. It's only one me. Right? Okay. So, what about you?
I think it means to just be committed to yourself because you are fabulous and you don't really need anyone else to know that you are.
Right. Yeah. Goes back to me saying believing in yourself, loving yourself. Because if you don't believe in you, then nobody else is going to believe in you. If you don't believe that you can do it, then you can't. You're just not going to do it. So just stay asleep, keep the cover over your head, don't do anything. Don't be fabulous. Not good. But y'all follow me, right? Yeah. Okay, so, did you already? Yeah, let's hear from you.
I think the definition would be doing whatever makes you happy and following your goals. Or not limiting yourself.
What would make you happy?
Just being successful and doing what I love to do.
Absolutely. Thank you. That's very important. I'm going to tell you right now, do not get me wrong at all. There's nothing wrong with punching a clock because you got to eat, right? You have things you need to take care of. But I'm not one of those people that can clock in or that even wants to clock in because I had a bigger goal. Not downplaying anybody, but I just had a different goal. Like, I'm going to create something or do something that I love to do. And I'm going to make it my business. And I'm going to be fabulous in doing what I do. Pageantry. Oh my gosh. It comes with everything. Modeling, acting, dressing nice, all those types, wearing a crown, all those types of things. And that's what I get paid to do. Like, I love it. I can just look and be like, it's 9:30. I ain't moved yet. I haven't gone anywhere. I don't even have to get up. But everybody can't say that. That's a goal you should, hey, if that's the goal you want to have, do it. Do it. Not saying that I don't do anything, because I do. I put in so much work. People are like, hey, Gina, you sit down somewhere. When do you get a break? You do too much. Especially my baby over here. Mom, you do too much. Sit down. But I can't because that's me. I have a commitment to be fabulous. That's why I do what I do. I do so much. But the number one thing I love to do is to pour into you all. Pour into young ladies like you. Because when I was coming up, I didn't have somebody to pull me to the side and say, hey, you know what? You can make it. You're gonna do this. You're gonna go far in life. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have that all the time to where I could just pick up the phone and call somebody or go to. All my girls that are on my team, Team Yes Ma'am, they can call me for anything. If I got it, they have it. They need to talk. You just need to talk. Don't need me to say anything. They got that. I didn't have that. That's all a part of me being committed to being fabulous by any means necessary. Yeah, let's hear from you.
I think it's valuing who you are and knowing how much you matter and wanting to push yourself to your full potential, and knowing where you want to go in life without like caring about what other people think of you or about they can't like put you down and say that you can't do what you want to do.
Right. Thank you for that. Push. Gotta push for it. Whatever you want. Because let me tell you what, it gets rough. People look at me, oh, she has it all together. She has it going on. You know, at the end of the day, I can have the roughest day and go home and I'm crying for 30 minutes. But nobody sees that part of me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm this person. Now I'm going home and reality is hitting. Now, that's when I can just kind of, all bets are off. And then just be who I am. I mean, I am who I am out there too. But I have to say, I'm not going to be out there just bawling my head off and saying, this didn't work. Make it work. Like she said, you got to push yourself. Make it work. Right? Hey, we all fall, but we get back up. Isn't that how you fall is how you get back up, right? And we do not live in a perfect world. We're gonna make mistakes. Things are gonna happen. Sometimes you may have a plan and all of a sudden something else comes in. So things now aren't going as planned. Things are off. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna get frazzled? Or are you just gonna, okay, we're gonna make this work. Right? Okay. Who didn't go? Who didn't speak?
I think being fabulous means that you don't let other people push you to be someone that you're not, and that you can be who you are without worrying about other people judging you, even though they are, but you can still be who you are.
Okay. Raise your hand if you have a dog. Okay. Let's hear from you.
I think it means to follow your own path and the things you like to do, and if someone else is telling you to do something else, just try to go and continue.
Who has it go?
I'd say the definition is definitely knowing yourself and then accepting yourself, not letting anybody else dictate you for who you are trying to become. Definitely going through different stages in life and accepting that part of your life, and so you can eventually get to who you truly are.
You go.
I think the definition is not depending on people, just like depending on yourself, not having to worry about other
Let's hear from Miss K. She is a part of Team Yes Ma'am, y'all. This is my director of operations. She came to join us today.
Okay. So the definition of being fabulous on purpose, just from a personal aspect, I would say it would be achieving every goal that you place in your life, despite the obstacles that you may face. Know your obstacles on hand, because every one you're going to have to pass some barriers before you can get to your initial goal. Know every detour that you may encounter, and be ready to face it head on. Never take failure for an option, and never take success as your only personal obtaining goal.
Right.
So if you have to be successful, make sure you have at least 3 places of your life where you know your strengths and your weaknesses to get there. That'll be my definition.
See how articulate she was. She is fabulous. Okay, who else didn't go?
Feeling confident all the time, not just some of the time, and feeling confident in what you do, who you are, and how you act. Not just being fabulous, but like everybody knows that you're not just fabulous, but a goddess. we're all honest and we just have to show it.
All right, absolutely. This is Miss Monica. This is my daughter London. She's her. So the team has just come to join me. Okay, so who did we hear from? Who did I hear from? Did I hear from everybody in the class? Lanai, Miss Lanai, let's hear from you.
I think the definition of it is being yourself and not letting anybody put anything on you and just showing what you are and what you can do.
I think the definition is knowing yourself and knowing that you don't have any limits and that you can do everything that you want to.
But we all do know every day is not going to be a good day, right? If every day was a good day, then that means we'd be living in a perfect world and everybody would be absolutely fabulous. And we wouldn't even be in here right now. We'd be out just being fabulous, right? Just doing whatever. Yeah. So just know that it's okay. It's okay to have a bad day. I have bad days. It's okay. Just don't stay stuck in a rut. You know what I'm saying? You have to know that there's a way out. And when you believe in yourself and know who you are and love yourself, then you know how to come out of it, come out of what it is that you're in. Right? And we, as young ladies, we need to stick together. We need to lift one another up. We need to encourage each other when we're having a bad day. That's why in the beginning, when we initially did our little, I call it a lockout. Like nobody can get in there. We're locked together because we're better together. There is nothing that you all can't accomplish together. There's no I in team. No I in team at all. Yeah, we all learn on different levels. We have different goals, different things that we want to do. But at the end of the day, did we meet that goal? What are the steps we took to meet that goal? Did we even plan it out? Who in here wakes up in the morning and don't have a plan? Raise your hand. Hey, it's all good. You just wake up and don't have a plan? But you still get through the day, right? Right? You still get through the day and you kind of just go with the flow. But when you are a little bit more structured, which I've had to work on myself, otherwise things will be crazy all over the place if you don't bring some type of order to your life, which is part of being fabulous, part of that commitment to being fabulous. So, how much more time do we have? Oh, really? Oh, so we're doing good. So, any thoughts right now? Any interjections? Any inspiration from anyone to the class? No? Come on.
Okay. I have a challenge for all of you. I want you to be true to your guys' self this week.
All right. What does that look like?
Meaning, not letting people tell you who you are. Just be yourself. And make sure that you are good with who you are.
She is fabulous. She is. Just when you can get up and stand, sometimes it's hard to talk in front of a group of people. I have gotten so much better. Literally. I used to get in front of people. If I don't freeze, my hands would shake. Or I would stutter. Or I would say like 100 times. And my sister would be like, ma'am, I'm gonna need you to get that together. You said like 100 times. Like relax. Relax yourself. So when you become comfortable with who you are, then you can stand before people and say, hey, I'm Regina English, and I approve this message. And I am fabulous. Really, you can do that. Come out of your shell. Like she said, be who you are. Be true to yourself. Just be real. Be real. And part of being real is being true to yourself and who you are and setting those goals and meeting those goals. Like, so, let me ask this real quick. What was the expectation when you came into the class? And don't everybody answer at once. What was the expectation that you had coming into a setting like this with a title such as Committed to Being Fabulous on Purpose? Did anybody have a certain expectation?
I thought we were gonna learn like a catwalk or something.
Okay, come on, girl, let's walk. Let's walk. Walk. We got 20 minutes. No. I mean, hey, no. Because I want young ladies to know that it's not all about that. For example, in my program, these ladies learn it's more than just walking on stage, being pretty and winning a crown. It's so much more to it than that. Guess what? You have to be that whole, well-rounded person. You have to be. That's important. Number one, like I said, being able to articulate things, get your point across, so that when you walk away from a conversation, you walk away with clarity, right? Don't be fearful of speaking, because fear can come over me super quick, depending on the type of audience I have. I can capture some audiences I can't. However, this was too easy to come in here with you guys because I love to do what I do for young women. So it's easy for me. I could probably even do it for, if this was a class full of young men, I could do it too. Because they need to have the same commitments and goals that we as women have, or young women, right? But be confident in that. Be the spokesperson. Like we have student ambassadors. Julie, let's give Julie a hand again. So she has to be able to be articulate and introduce the presenter and different things that she's doing. You were fabulous today, Julie. Thank you so much for presenting me so well. Just different things like that. Do y'all truly know that we are better together? Do y'all believe that? Because there's enough division, enough, way too much. Y'all we can accomplish more together when y'all go back to y'all separate high schools. If y'all in here today, and hopefully y'all got something out of this class, you'll go back to school on Tuesday and maybe change some things, do some things different. Set a higher standard for yourself. Maybe you weren't being fabulous last week, right? Be fabulous next week when you go to school. Be fabulous in the hallways. Be fabulous in the lunchroom, right? That's taking initiative. That's taking initiative and being that example for girls that may be looking up to you. That's not quite where you are. How many seniors do we have in here? 4? 4 seniors? Okay. And I believe we heard from each senior in here. Who's a junior? Junior? Okay. Sophomore? Sophomore? Freshman? Freshman? Okay. Guess what? 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade. I'm sorry. Somebody say something? Oh, okay. Yeah. It doesn't matter. We all can help each other. We all have something to bring to the table. But guess what? You yourself have to know what it is that you bring to the table. Right? Y'all follow me? You have to know what you're bringing to the table. Because if you don't know what you're bringing to the table, don't even sit down and try to eat. Don't do it. You have to look within yourself and know who you are, what your purpose is, and what plan do you have for your life. Like she said, it may not always be about success. It doesn't even have to be. It can be a plan, you know what? Whatever I do in life, I'm just gonna be happy. I'm just gonna be happy at whatever it is I'm doing. Helping someone, you may just wanna help somebody. You may wanna open a door. Somebody may not have lunch money. You may wanna give them one of your sandwiches. All this stuff it may sound silly, y'all, but it's a part of making that commitment daily to be fabulous. All this stuff works together. So I try and set a different standard for you all as well as others that I know looking up to me. I never, ever, ever forget where I came from. Never. Never. Because you never know who you're going to need. You never know who you're going to have to go back to. So if I get above myself, I don't need none of y'all. I'm good now. I've arrived. Then everything is just all in vain and for nothing. For nothing. But like I said, just be humble. Know who you are. Be confident in who you are. Know where you're going. Do not let anybody change you into someone that you do not want to be. Do not let anyone put you in a box. You're not designed to be in a box. We're all, I believe, designed to do great things. And it can start right here, within this room, today. Matter of fact, I know each and every one of you in here is absolutely fabulous. Because you stood up, you said something, you interact, you've done everything that I've asked you to do. And you didn't do it grudgingly. You're like, oh, hey, oh, I gotta talk, oh, okay. I gotta lock arms, okay. I lock arms. Right? That's how it's supposed to work. So in kind of wrapping things up, does anybody have anything else? Questions, comments, anything? Don't everybody do it at once. You don't have to. What you got?
I was just wondering if there was like ever a point in your life where you were as confident as you are now.
No, not that. No. You know what? This is what I would say. I feel like within these last 4 years, I will say I have become more confident in things that I've done and accomplished and the journey that I'm still on. So I would say that I've become more confident. See if my sister approves this message. So yeah, did I answer the question? Okay. Anyone else? Y'all can ask. Just okay. Ask me questions.
Why would you want to do this for the rest of your life?
Say that again.
Why would you want to keep like doing pageants? Why wouldn't you stop at like something else?
You never know. I could stop.